Good morning everyone and welcome back. I am back home now, back in my happy place, back in the UK, and I could not be happier to be home. My goodness, did I get home late from Tenerife. I didn't get in until about 2 AM, which, if you know me, you'll know that is super late for me. I'm normally like a bed by 10 kind of gal. Love to be in bed by 10 PM, snuggled up, ready for my sleep. I'm like an early morning riser and like an early bedtime kind of a person, and I honestly was laughing at myself because I feel like I was so cocky on that last day, like, oh my goodness, we've got the whole day to like enjoy, we can really make the most of it, feels like we've got an extra day on holiday. And actually by the end of it was like, just get me home, I am ready for bed. So a little bit tired this morning, but still in a really good mood, which actually kind of surprises me because normally when the weather is like this, I am not in a good mood. It is grey today, it is miserable, it is drizzly. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I've come home to a different season. Like, I literally feel like I left in summer because I kind of left during the heat wave, and I have come back to miserable, rainy, grey England. It feels like the middle of autumn, and especially because we had so much hot weather. I think it is officially being called a drought now. We had a drought here in the UK. All of the trees seem to have shedded their leaves. I don't think anyone's going to be getting any like beautiful autumnal shots this year, because normally the trees don't shed their leaves till like mid-October, and it usually goes really like beautiful and golden and red. I feel like they just went green and then just went nope, and all of the trees have literally got barely any leaves on. The like floors of all of the forests around us are just completely covered in leaves. It's like a bed of autumn at the moment, which I'm kind of not mad about, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting really excited for autumn content. I'm getting excited for all the layers, all the cozy styling, all the fashion, like getting the house ready as well. It's a big one. I really want to kind of like reignite my love for interiors and finish off a few more rooms. So yeah, I feel like the autumn content is officially starting. We are officially celebrating autumn and getting ready for the new season. And I know sometimes people are like, oh, you don't want to wish away a season. Like, I love summer. It's definitely my favorite season. I feel like it's the season where I'm the most me in terms of my styling, in terms of my fashion. You get to go out more, like it's longer days. As someone with SAD, I very much appreciate the longer, brighter days, but there is something about a new season that I just absolutely adore. I feel like I'm such a seasonal person, and that is something that I love about living in the UK, is that it's so seasonal here. Like, you obviously really get to enjoy the different seasons, like winter, spring, summer, autumn, and it's so much fun being able to kind of like embrace that transitional period. And I feel like we're officially in the transitional period, officially ready to get ready for autumn, start changing up our wardrobes a little bit, start adding a few new pieces. So there's going to be lots of autumnal content coming, so get excited. I'm not gonna lie, actually, I even got a little bit excited whilst I was sitting on my sunbed in Tenerife. I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw some people starting to post some autumnal content, and I was like, you know what, I think it's about time we placed the first autumn order. So of course it's from H&M. I've done a really big H&M order, and I feel like H&M in autumn is just one of my favorite places to go. They have so many gorgeous pieces, and I did a big old haul from them. So we've got that coming. I've got some other things to show you. I've had some PR parcels arrive, so today it's going to be a really good day getting back into the swing of things, getting back into work mode, and starting the autumnal prep. I thought I would just quickly show you today's outfit of the day, because I'm wearing one of my favourite new dresses. It's such a gorgeous little ditzy green number, and it's perfect for a day like today where it's not overly cool. Like, I do feel like we have quite warm temperatures still here in the UK. It's like mid-20s, which for us is still very much summer weather, but when you're kind of wanting to embrace a bit more of those autumnal vibes, and I do feel like I'm starting to feel that transition, because normally in summer it's like hot all throughout the day. I did feel quite chilly getting out of bed this morning. I feel like it might soon be time to put the fans away. Although saying that, I bet we're gonna have another heat wave coming really soon. As soon as I put the fans away, we're gonna get another 35-degree week. But it's such a gorgeous dress, and I've just added the belt that you would have seen that I picked up in Tenerife. So Zimmerman-esque. I absolutely adore this little rattan like circle. I love the fact that it's really stretchy. Like, look at this. So it's so perfect if I want to like eat gluten or have a food baby or anything like that. I'll see if I can find something similar. I bet Amazon will probably do something similar. And then in terms of footwear, I'm just wearing my favourite M&S little pointed toe flats. I'm really loving these at the moment. I feel like they're the perfect transitional shoe when you're not quite ready for boots, but you maybe don't want to be wearing like open toe shoes. I also definitely am in need of a manicure and pedicure after the holiday. I feel like whenever you come back from holiday, you just need to like refresh wash and top up your hands and toes. So I wanted to wear some closed toe shoes this morning. So I link these down below because they're very Bottega inspired, which I really, really like about them. I think they go so perfectly with a dress like this, where it's like more of a mid-axie length. They just kind of have that little bit of ankle and a little bit of shoe. So today's outfit of the day, do these, oh my goodness, I didn't even realize the dress had pockets. Well, that changes everything. Oh, that is so exciting. Oh, my favorite transitional dress. Now, I might be being a little bit premature here, but I've switched up my lipstick today and I've gone for my autumn lipstick. I know, I'm probably being way too premature, and I don't want to kind of jump into the season too quickly. This is definitely a transitional period. We're not going full blown autumn just yet, but I wanted to switch up my lipstick for something a little bit different. I feel like, as much as I always adore my NARS lip butter in Orgasm, I wanted something a little bit different to just kind of embrace the season a little bit more. So this is a Code 8 lipstick in the shade, I have no idea. It's a Colour Brilliance Sculpting Lipstick. Why does it not tell me the shade? Maybe the shade is Colour Brilliance. I'm not entirely sure, but it's the most stunning Code 8 lipstick. So if I can find the shade name, I will link it down below. But it's this really perfect... Oh my goodness, I've just remembered. Of course it's not a shade name because this is the one that I got custom made. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. I will link the Code 8 lipsticks down below. I definitely recommend checking this out, but this is the one that I did back in, my goodness, it must have been December time now, where I did my own colour matched lipstick, and it's like a perfect like nudie colour. I absolutely love it for like autumn, and I called this Petite Pink, which I really like. So it's still a little bit pinky. It's not full-blown autumn, like it's not a full-blown, you know, like mauvey nude. It's still a little bit peachy, a little bit pinky, and a little bit... This is my transitional lipstick, but yeah, I've got that on today. So I'll link to Code 8 down below because I definitely recommend checking out their lipstick. They're still really buttery and really creamy and really easy to wear without feeling like they're going to come off. I really, really like them, so I've got that on today to really get me in the mood. But as I said, I've had a few PR parcels delivered, and one thing that I've had arrive is from Liz L that I thought we could unbox and open up together. So, some new in skincare. Now, I must say, I don't know what happened to my skin when I was in Tenerife, but it freaked out. It absolutely freaked out. You probably could tell by the end of the video. I just had so many breakouts around my chin, and I don't know if it was a mixture of like the salty air, the sun, the things I was eating, the food I was like eating and drinking. Not entirely sure what it is, but they just went so bad. I had the worst breakout on my chin ever, like especially around here. I've still got a little bit of scarring from where it was. They were really painful, really sore, and I just wanted to give my skin a bit of a kind of like zhuzh when I came home. I was really debating whether to book a facial at the hotel because the massage that I had there was absolutely amazing, but I kind of felt like it might be a bit counterproductive to have a facial, get on a flight, because I always find that my skin breaks out and goes a little bit freaky whenever I have a flight. Like I just don't think my skin likes the air conditioning, like the air on the aeroplanes. So I'm really wanting to kind of like update my skincare and add in a few pieces that are just really going to help it. And I feel like Liz L is one of my absolute favorite brands when it comes to products that like really work and aren't too harsh on your skin. Like I've tried some great products in the past, but I've not been able to like use them as regularly or like use them as often because I find they're a bit strong. I have very sensitive skin. I have very kind of like easily freak outable skin. So the products that I want to use, I want to make sure are always going to be like really soothing and calming and lovely on my skin. So I thought I would show you what I picked up. Honestly, I just love the Liz L packaging, like that blue. Just beautiful. Actually, that blue feels a little bit summery, and we are in autumn vibes. But the first thing, oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this. I picked up the Cleanse and Polish like set. This is basically a really perfect gift actually if you want to give someone a present who loves Liz L, or maybe they need to try some new products. You love the brand, you want to introduce them to the brand. This is great because it's basically their hero products all in one. So first of all, we have the Instant Boost Skin Tonic. Now, this is a really, really nice one for after you cleanse. I do find it's really important to tone after you cleanse. The amount of times where I'm like, I've double cleansed, I'm completely clean, like my skin is so clean, and then I'll tone and be like, oh, there was still a bit on my skin. So this is a really nice one because it's not too harsh. I've tried a few in the past that have been a little bit stingy. That I don't find stingy at all. It's like a really nice, gentle one. We then have of course, the Cult product, the Cleanse and Polish, which I absolutely love. This is such a great size. I'm going away actually again in a couple of weeks, can't believe it. And I do find that this is perfect for like a week's holiday because it gives you more than enough that you're not worried about running out, but it's like a really nice travel size one. I love the Cleanse and Polish. Really, really nice one if you don't want anything too stripping, if you don't want anything too harsh. One thing I will say is that when it comes to eye makeup remover, this isn't quite strong enough for eye makeup remover, but as long as you bring another one with you, you should be absolutely fine if you are wearing like waterproof mascara and things like that on holiday. We then have, now this is something that I've been wanting to try. This is the Instant Brightening Eye Cream. It brightens, hydrates, and reduces the appearance of dark circles. I am finding, as much as I adore my Clinique one, you guys know that is literally my favourite thing in the world, I think for night I might need something a little bit stronger and a little bit more heavy duty, because I did find, I think it was mainly due to the fact that I was wearing waterproof mascara. You know, I was obviously in like the water a lot. I felt like my eyes were getting a little bit dry and sore, so I'm really excited to try this. I've had some really good things about this. I'm gonna like try a little on the back of my hand because, ooh, it's coloured. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting it to be white, but oh, that blends in really nicely. That doesn't feel too thick at all. That is a problem I've really had. And not too much of a scent, which is nice, so it's going to be like really nice to put by your eyes. It's a big problem I've had with eye creams in the past that have just been way too thick, way too heavy. Like, I feel like a cream, and I don't want something like that. I want something that's just like really nice and lightweight, that's just going to give my eyes a bit of a drink. So very excited about that. We then have, oh, these are packed tightly, my goodness. We then have the Gentle Face Exfoliator, and this is the only exfoliator I use now. I've tried a couple in the past and they have broken me out. They've caused redness, they've caused irritation, and I do find that I need to exfoliate, I would say maybe like once a week. I think next time I will bring an exfoliator with me, because maybe that was another thing, was maybe my skin was getting a bit clogged from all of the chlorine, sun cream, the salt in the air. Like, I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I think maybe it would have benefited me if I brought with me a Gentle Face Exfoliator, and I really, really love this one. It's just honestly like the best exfoliator I've ever used. It's not too harsh, it's not too stripping, but it is enough just to give you like a really good scrub. And then I've not used this in so long, I've missed it. This is the Skin Repair Gel Cream for 72 hours of refreshing hydration. And now I've kind of learned that when it comes to my day creams, I like them to be a gel. I find that a cream is just a little bit heavy on my skin, it's a little bit too much and just doesn't really work. Obviously everyone's skin is different, and if you have similar skin to me, you might find the same. If you've got different skin to me, you might find that cream works perfectly for you. But for me, a gel is just the best thing. The best thing ever. So very excited about that. I will link this down below because that is such a great gift to give someone who maybe hasn't tried the brand before. Maybe it's someone a bit younger in your life and you want to kind of introduce them, or as I said, you know, if you love the brand, if you want to gift to someone, or if you know someone that they do love the brand, that is obviously like basically a big box of all the best products. And then the last product that I picked up is not from like the set or anything like that. This is the Super Skin Moisturizer. So everything else is from the Cleanse and Polish range. This is from the Super Skin range, which again is a lovely range from L'Oréal that I absolutely adore. It's like a really nice, really rich moisturizing cream. This to me is my nighttime moisturizer when I use this, and it's such a lovely one. Not too much, not too heavy on your skin, but just gives it a really, really good drink. I really love L'Oréal products. I feel like they're a really good price point as well for what they are. I know that sometimes like I do feel like you get what you spend, but there are some brands that I think really nail the whole amazing products but a really good price point. So I will link all of those products down below because it was a real needed top up, and it's so nice. I feel like, especially when it comes to like new seasons, to give everything a bit of a refresh, whether that's your beauty, your skincare, your fashion, your wardrobe. Like, it's so nice just to kind of give it a bit of a zhuzh, especially when the weather starts changing. Obviously it's a lot wetter now, and it was obviously really dry throughout summer, so I feel like it's quite important to change your skincare up as the seasons go, and making sure that your skincare is matching the surroundings, is matching like what works best for you. So really excited about the new products to add into my collection and give a try over the transitional period. Let's talk about H&M, because as you can see from the box, I have taken everything else. It's very light now, but I did a very large order. Honestly, you should have seen me when I was away. I was texting Alex like, it's arriving, it's coming, can you please look out for it? Does anyone else do that with their partners? Like, what parcels have arrived, what's coming for me? Because I wanted to make sure that this one was here in time for when I got back, and I'm so excited. about what is inside, because honestly this is like the perfect summer to autumn transitional haul in my opinion, because there's so many gorgeous pieces that I feel like are really gonna be wearable now, but also help to transition you for when the weather gets a bit colder, when it drops below 20 and you want to start layering up. I feel like everything in here is going to be perfect. So let's get straight into the haul and I can show you what I've been picking up. Okay, I'm going to start with what I think might be my favourite item from this haul, and that is this absolutely gorgeous cape. Now, if you've been around these parts for a while, slash if you've basically followed me since last autumn, you'll know I'm a huge fan of capes. I feel like they're such a great layering piece. They're such a great way to keep warm and make sure that you're not like chilly without taking away from your outfit, just adding something a little extra. And I feel like I've really been missing a lighter, creamier coloured cape slash poncho, whatever you want to call it. I feel like cape is like a much nicer word. I feel like poncho reminds me of when I was 7 and I used to wear those like crocheted knitted ponchos that I would chuck over an outfit, and I thought I was the coolest thing since sliced bread. But this to me is just the perfect layering piece. I feel like this colour is gorgeous. Now this is actually real cashmere from H&M as well. It's a little bit itchy, ever so slightly, but I feel like this is the kind of thing that you don't really have against your skin anyway. And what I'm most excited about, the fact that obviously because it is pure cashmere, it's just going to be super warm and super toasty. So it just kind of goes over like this. It's not got any like armholes or anything like that, so you just kind of have to like pull your arms up around it. But it's got this really gorgeous like cowl neckline, which I think is so elegant. And it's actually got a bit of a, it almost looks like a raw hem, which I think is quite nice. I love the fact that even though it is like cashmere knitted, I feel like this is the kind of thing that you could style up for the day or for the evening, depending on what you're wearing underneath. Like I could honestly just chuck it over a dress like this for daytime, and then for evening I'd wear it with like a black bodycon with like some heels, a cute little clutch bag. I feel like this is the kind of thing that honestly you will keep in your wardrobe for years and years and years, because these never date. Like I see 25-year-olds wearing ponchos, I see 55-year-olds wearing ponchos. I absolutely adore them. It's almost like a little bit Kate Middleton-esque, like very demure, very sophisticated, and that is the vibe we're going for this autumn. Okay, so I have just chucked on a really old little black jumper dress so that you can see the cape in all of its glory. I feel like the dress I was wearing before didn't really highlight the cape well enough, and I feel like the black silhouette is just perfect. It's probably a little bit too warm for this right now. It is a jumper dress. I've had it in my wardrobe for such a long time, but it goes so well with a cape like this. And I feel like these are a little bit tricky to show when I always have to have one arm up, but how stunning is this? Absolutely gorgeous. And then like as you're walking around, you just kind of have both arms up, you know, you can have your sleeve showing underneath. I just think it's absolutely stunning, and I love the cowl neck. I don't think I actually own any capes that aren't open, so it's really nice to have something a little bit different, and the fact that it's this really lovely warm cashmere means it's going to keep me super toasty when the weather starts to turn. I feel like these are so perfect for like an evening as well. If you're going out somewhere, especially in summer actually, you know when people often not want to go out and they want to like sit outside because you know it's summer and they want to enjoy the meal outside. I get so cold so easily. The second the sun goes down, I find it freezing, so this is so perfect to bring with you because it's really easy just to chuck in your bag and throw on to keep you really warm if you're wanting to sit outside. But I'm so in love with it. The cashmere is stunning, the material is stunning, the kind of like silhouette of it is stunning. I am in love. I'm just going to get the rest of them out of the way. There's a lot of capes in this haul because I feel like they are the perfect layering piece. I have often gone for cardigans when it comes to like layering over summer dresses, because I do feel like the transitional period can be so difficult, especially with how much the temperatures like fluctuate here in the UK. It can literally be 5 degrees in the morning and 25 degrees by the afternoon in like those kind of transitional days. And I feel like these are great just to take with you because, you know, you can just chuck it in your bag. Like it's the kind of thing where you don't have to fold it neatly or worry about it. And I feel like they're a little bit more dressy than a cardigan. As much as I adore a knit cardigan, sometimes they can be a little bit tricky to style up with like summer dresses or like more kind of floaty lightweight items. It can be a little bit too much of like a juxtaposition, and I often find sometimes with those big chunky knits they're maybe not as flattering because they kind of like come down, they're very like wide, they're very chunky, whereas these are just a little bit more elegant, a little bit more kind of like straight down, a little bit more classic in my opinion. So I picked up another one. It's a completely different style actually. I thought they were going to be the exact same style, but they're not. This one's actually an open cape, so as you can see it like opens up, and this one is a lot more similar to the River Island one that I lived in last year. If you guys will remember that one, it was like a really gorgeous monochrome kind of patterned one, but I just really felt like I was missing a caramel one for my collection, and I really like this one. Actually has these tassels at the bottom, which I thought was so lovely. Again, Again, they don't have these armholes, but they just kind of have the gap where you can put your arms through. I have tried quite a few different styles of like capes, ones that have been like sewn at the bottom, ones that haven't, and I personally prefer the ones that haven't been sewn. I just feel like you're a little bit more free, you've got a little bit more movement in there, and this colour I think is just going to be my colour this autumn. I absolutely love caramels and tans and camel tones. They are just my favourite thing in the world when it comes to autumn styling, so I feel like this is a great one to add into your wardrobe. Again, I believe it's from the cashmere collection. No, this one's not cashmere. This is 100% acrylic, but it feels so soft. It's actually a lot softer than the pure cashmere one, so we'll see what they both look like on, and I can let you know which one I prefer, because there might be a big price difference. Everything will be linked down below though. All of these items will be linked down below, so if you want to shop any of them, check out the description. But yeah, I just thought that was such a gorgeous one. Perfect for transitioning from summer to autumn. Okay, cape number 2, I am obsessed with. The colour is stunning, and I think I might prefer it a little bit because I love the fact that it's open. Obviously I will need to cut off the label here, but I love the fact that it's open. It almost looks a bit more like a scarf, which I think is almost a bit more casual. Oh, she's just thrown it on, like it just looks a bit classier in my opinion, which I really like. I love the fact that you've got the like open sleeves as well. It just makes it a little bit more kind of breathable and wearable and like movable. So yeah, I'd love to know your opinions, but this I definitely think is my fave. I'm obsessed with the colour. This colour is such an autumn colour to me. It's really making me excited for the transitional period. So yeah, really love that one. I would love to know what you think. Now this one I'm really unsure about whether I'm going to keep, because it kind of feels similar to the River Island one that I have in my collection, but it's like same but different. It's like those darker tones, that kind of like open cape detail, but I don't have a black one, and I kind of feel like maybe black has been missing. This feels very totem to me. Look at this pattern, like that is such a totem style pattern, which I really like. Obviously for a fraction of the price. This one I believe is also kind of like a man-made synthetic fabric, but it feels super soft, super cozy and super warm. So it's a really great one to get where you want to look so expensive, you want to look like you spent a fortune on your outfit, and actually it was an outfit on a budget. I really love those kinds of outfits where you look so much more expensive than what you actually spent on it. But I just thought this was so gorgeous. Another great one to add into my wardrobe. I'm gonna swing through these because I've got one more to show you. Okay, it's so bizarre because this was definitely my least favorite on the hanger, and the one that I was pretty sure I was gonna send back, but now I've got it on, I'm like, oh, that's really cute. Oh, I really like it. I think this one has to stay. Love the fact that it's reversible as well. You've got obviously the grey with the black stripe, and then the black with the grey kind of stripe or pattern, whatever you want to call it. Very totem vibe. I really love it. I think this one just looks so much more expensive. Again, it's got the tassels similarly to the tan one, and it's a really lovely one. I just think it looks so cash and pretty and just an easy throw on piece. This is also great to wear as like a blanket if you're traveling. I must say, I would definitely recommend bringing something like this even if you're going on holiday somewhere hot, because the airplane can get so chilly, especially if you're traveling at night. Forget how cold the aircon is when you travel at night. I was freezing on the plane, absolutely freezing. I really wish I had something like this with me that I could just chuck over my legs and keep me really nice and warm. So yeah, I think this one is going to stay. And the last one is this absolutely stunning creamy white and greyish number. It is just gorgeous. I definitely don't have anything like this in my wardrobe. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should decide between this and the pure cashmere one. So it would really help me out to know which one you prefer once we do the try-ons and see what they look like on, because this one, number one, was a fraction of the price, and number two, I'm not sure if I prefer it. I really love the patterning on this. I think it really adds a bit of interest, and it's also reversible, so you kind of got two in one. I love the colorways in this. I definitely think lighter tones is something I really want to embrace this winter. I started to embrace more whites and lighter tones last year, and I really loved it, especially because it's like so dark and so cold and so miserable when winter rolls around. It's quite nice to have a little bit of sunshine in your wardrobe, and I feel like this is going to pair so well with literally the entirety of my autumn wardrobe. Like, as I say, you can wear it now over summer dresses, over linen dresses, over really pretty little like floral dresses, and then as soon as the weather starts to turn, you wear it over knitted dresses, jumper dresses, and then when it gets really cold, you can layer it up with jumpers and jeans. And I just think it's such a great item to transition you from summer into autumn. I am absolutely obsessed. And cape number 4 is a winner. I am so in love with this. Now I just wanted to show you a different way that you can style these up so that you don't get too bored, and just to show you how versatile these kinds of capes are. I love them so much. So what I've done is I've actually just added the rattan belt, and I feel like this adds a little bit of like a summery element, bit of a more kind of transitional feel with the kind of like coziness and fluffiness of the scarf. I feel like it works really, really well. And then obviously if you want, you don't have to wear it with a belt or anything like that, but it just kind of like cinches in your waist and gives you a bit more of a silhouette. But you can easily, obviously, just like the rest of them, wear it. So difficult to get a belt off one-handed. You can wear it completely just loose and as is, and then wear something maybe tighter underneath just to give a bit more of a silhouette. So yeah, I think this one I personally prefer to the cashmere one, which is great because this one's a lot more affordable than the cashmere one. But I still would love to hear your opinions. I won't do my returns until you guys let me know what you think, because I'm really unsure with which one to keep. But I just really love the vibe of this. I love the geometric, that's the word, the geometric prints, and I love the fact that it's a bit more open. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. I hear you. Enough ponchos, enough capes. Moving on to some gorgeous dresses. Now I saw this and just fell in love, but looking at it, thinking I maybe should have sized down. I went for a large because it was a wrap style, and I always prefer my wrap styles to be a little bit bigger than a little bit too small, because there's nothing worse than when the wrap starts to pull. But this is very oversized, so we're gonna try it on and see what it looks like. This really, really gorgeous linen shirt dress, and I'm actually heading to Portofino in September for Alex's brother's wedding. We're going to be there for about a week, and so I need a few like really nice kind of end of summer transitional dresses, things that I can still wear whilst I'm over there, and then when I'm back here in the UK I can layer up with some warmer clothes. And what I really like about these kinds of shirt dresses, wrap dresses, long sleeve dresses, is they're so great to buy at the end of summer, because you can wear them now, obviously because it's linen, it's a really breathable fabric, it's a really lovely one to wear, and then when the weather starts to turn and it gets a little bit colder, you can layer up underneath it. I feel like that's something a lot of people forget about when it comes to layering pieces. It's layering underneath, not on top, because then it means that you don't take away from the dress. You still see the beautiful dress, but you're really, really warm. So I always invest in really lovely thermals, like vests, leggings, things like that I can wear underneath this, and I feel like it's just such a great dress to have into your wardrobe. I feel like it's never a PetiteElliee haul without a white dress thrown in there, but I feel like this is such a classic to add into your wardrobe. Now this dress I am kind of in love with. This is absolutely stunning. Such a gorgeous linen number. I love it with the tan shoes as well. I think it goes so well. The only thing I will say is trust your gut. As soon as I saw it, I was like, it looks a little bit big, and I've tied it like as tight as it will go, so it's really cinched in around the waist. But I do think, looking at it, I could have done it with the size down, so I think I might return this and see if the medium is in stock. But I really love the vibe of it. Love the fact that you can just tie in a little bow at the side. I think it's really easy to wear, really simple, lovely and breathable, and as I say, you can layer up with thermals and things like that underneath when the weather starts to turn. So the only thing I would say is go true to size with this one. If you are between sizes, I would say size down. But oh my goodness, I am so in love with the silhouette of it. Now this is definitely the most autumn piece in this haul. It's much more autumn than it is transitional, but I fell in love with this, and I knew I just had to add it into my wardrobe, because I feel like jumper dresses are just all that I live in when it comes to autumn styling. I love a jumper dress. You guys know I love my dresses, and I feel like sometimes when there's something that so defines you in a season, it's hard when the season changes to kind of adapt your wardrobe to it. It's really nice to be able to find pieces that still kind of embody your personal style, still feel very you, but are really seasonally appropriate. So I just fell in love with it. It's a really gorgeous like camel kind of like, almost like a cool tone beige with this button detail running through it. It's like a mid-axi length ribbed bodycon dress. I really love these dresses in autumn winter because they're so comfy, so easy to wear. They can be styled up in so many different ways, like just with a pair of white trainers and a crossbody bag for something more casual, more like a weekend style. And then if you want to dress it up, you can wear maybe some like flat shoes, a little like weekender bag, and then it's like a bit more workwear. So there's lots of different ways that you can style this. I think it's so classic. They had it in a couple of colors, so I'll link both down below, but I just think this is a great one to add into your transitional wardrobe. Now this dress is absolutely gorgeous. I love the silhouette of it. It's actually like a bit loose than I was expecting. Can't remember what size I picked up, but I will of course leave it down below. But it's a really flattering number, and I do find that quite rare for this kind of color. Normally it clings a little bit unflatteringly, but this I feel like sits so nicely. I love these little details on the sleeves as well. The kind of like cut out cuff I think is really cute. Love the little cutouts on the legs, and I love the length of it. It's like a really lovely maxi length, so an absolute win if you ask me. Next up is a dress that I am really unsure about. I feel like this is going to be one that I just have to try on and see. This could be a really gorgeous Portofino dress, could be a really lovely dress for here in the UK when the weather starts to get a bit colder. but I'm not entirely sure. It's like a really interesting design. It's got this really lovely kind of scoop neck. It's quite a wide scoop, tank kind of vibe, and then it's got this like ruching at the side, and I love ruching when it comes to dresses, like ruching at the waist, pulling it in, coming over the tummy. I find it so flattering. It's like a gorgeous stone color, which I think is really lovely. A great color to take you from summer into autumn, because obviously in summer it can be styled up with like your light tans, your basket bags, your slides, and then as soon as we start turning, you can style it up with maybe some darker tones, darker bags, and it really changes the vibe of the dress. So we'll have to give this a try and see what it looks like on. I would love to know your opinions of what you think of this dress. Okay, one look at this dress and it is a miss, a definite miss. It is clinging to all the wrong places. I'm feeling very self-conscious right now. It's not at all flattering. Definitely. Next up is something that I just cannot live without when it comes to summer transitional styling, and that is a linen shirt. I love me a linen shirt when it comes to styling. I feel like they're so classic, so elegant, so timeless, and yet so easy to wear. Like, you can literally wear it in so many different ways. I'll often just chuck one over a dress as a bit of a layering piece. I'll wear it with like tank tops and shorts. I'll tuck it into trousers. You will have seen in Tenerife I wore a lot of shirts over tanks, because I find that so great if you're someone that doesn't like getting your shoulders out too much. If you're away on like a hot holiday, you can just chuck them over. It's like a great piece without adding too much fabric. Like, you can add a little bit of layering, a little bit of like coverage without it being too much. I think this is really great for days like today when it's still warm, but you still want to be embracing a little bit of those autumn tones. So I really love this one. It's got this really gorgeous little like pinstripe detail running down it, which is super subtle, really gorgeous. A lovely like stone colored shirt, the kind of thing that's just going to go with everything in my wardrobe, because it's such a timeless classic piece. I love it. Okay, so this shirt is kind of huge and I'm kind of obsessed with it. I think it's really cool. I've just decided to wear it in a bit more of like an autumn winter style, tucked into a pair of trousers. I feel like this is such a classic autumnal outfit for me. I really love it. My style definitely gets a bit more androgynous in autumn winter, but I feel like if you pair it with like a pair of shoes like this, that's the way. Sorry, you can see my belt on the floor there. That's the way to kind of keep it a bit more like feminine, which I really like, rather than going for like boots or jeans. Sorry about the creases in the trousers. They've been in storage for a little while, but I really love how oversized this is. I think I got this in a large if I remember correctly, but the cuffs are huge. I love it. You can just roll them up, like pull them up, make them really casual, and like wear the collar very open so it's a bit more feminine. You show a little bit more skin. I really love this shirt. I think it's such a great piece to add into your autumn winter wardrobe, the kind of thing that you can style up open, over the top as a layering piece, or wear by itself. It's so perfect. And the last item that I picked up, now I am on the hunt for like the perfect tank top, and I'm not entirely sure looking at this that this is the one, mainly because the material I'm not so keen on. It is made from 53% recycled polyester, which is obviously a big tick, but it's a little bit scratchy. I'm not so keen on it. It's like this wide neck, kind of square neck vibe, which I really like, and I just feel like tucked into a pair of like wide leg trousers, a little like tapered trousers, is such a easy, really classic autumnal look. But I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna have to try this on and see what it looks like, because it could be a hit, it could be a bit of a miss, and I might be still carrying on my hunt for the perfect tank to add into my autumn wardrobe. Okay, so this top, I think I could tell the second I saw it that it just wasn't quite right. It's actually not got a square neckline. It's got this weird, look at that. What is going on here? I'm not entirely sure. Doesn't really sit right. The material's not right, and the shoulders are just way too wide. Like, I literally feel like they could slip off at any moment. So yeah, this is definitely going back. Other than this, I feel like it's been a very successful haul. Like, I feel like we've had some really gorgeous pieces, some really great items that are going to stand the test of time, going to be great transitional pieces, great layering items for when the weather starts to get a bit colder. Just a couple of bits to send back, which actually, in my opinion, is a very successful haul. Guess what I have just got out of storage. I had a couple of errands to run this afternoon and it was still a little bit drizzly, and so I have just got out my Burberry coat. I feel like it really does go to show that autumn has arrived when the Burberry, oh, the flowers right there, when the Burberry coat comes out, because It's just my favorite piece. There's one item that I feel like, other than like bags and accessories, if there's one item of clothing that I would say is just 1000% worth the investment. You guys know I'm not the biggest, like I don't have the biggest designer collection in terms of like coats and clothes and pieces like that, but if there's one item that I would just say is 10 million% worth the investment, it is the Burberry coat. I know it's a huge investment, it is spenny, it is costly, it is a big one, but I have had mine for 6 or 7 years now, and it's still going strong. Like I literally bring it out of storage every single autumn and I wear it all throughout into spring, because it's the kind of thing that you can layer up, you can put things underneath, like you can add, you know, like scarves and jackets and like you know, jumpers underneath when it's cold. But then for days like today when you just want to chuck a little something over your shoulders because it's not that cold, but you just want something that's kind of going to protect you from like the rain or like the elements, my favorite coat. It really excites me that I've got it out now. I'm so happy. Well, it is safe to say that today was a throw yourself back into work today. I am pooped, absolutely pooped. So many new pieces to unbox and show you. I had a few calls today, a few meetings, and I basically just spent the last couple of hours on the sofa doing editing, admin, and all of that jazz. So I thought I would quickly come on here and sign off this video before I forget, because I'm just about to start making dinner, and I know for a fact the second that I've eaten and the makeup comes off and the PJs go on, I'm just going to completely forget to end this video. So just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing the new in pieces. As I said, everything will be linked down below, and I hope you're excited for the autumn content coming. Oh my goodness, I honestly cannot wait. I just love new seasons. You guys know I always get a little bit spend happy whenever it comes to a new season, because I just find it so much fun. I love change. That's something that I feel like, I don't know if that's like the Gemini in me or what, but I just absolutely adore change. I love new seasons. I love switching things up. I love changing my wardrobe. I love changing the house. I love buying new pieces. Like, it's just in my nature. So whenever it comes to new seasons, I get so excited. I reignite my love for that season. I get really inspired again, and I just love it so much. So I hope you're ready for all the newness that's going to come and all the autumn content coming your way. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button already, I would absolutely love it if you hit that now, because it would make me really, really happy. And what I want you to do is I want you to leave me your favorite autumnal emoji down below. I would say that mine is the leaf, the like autumnal leaf emoji. Although actually, I always forget that some of you guys watch on telly. I feel like it's because I always watch YouTube videos on like an iPad or a laptop. I forget that so many people watch YouTube videos on the telly, and I've had a couple of people commenting recently like, oh, I'm watching it on the TV, so I can't normally comment. And I really appreciate it when you like switch to a different platform or a different device so that you can comment on the videos, because it makes me really, really happy. I love being able to see who gets to the end of the videos, who lasts, because I know that some of them have been really long. I mean, my Tenerife vlog, I was literally editing it like, oh my God. And I was really worried because I don't think I've ever uploaded a vlog. Oh my goodness. I've never uploaded a vlog that long, but I didn't really find that there was like a good point to kind of like cut it into two. So I hope you didn't mind that that was way over an hour long. I hope you had lots of snacks for that video. But yeah, I'm gonna love you and leave you. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.